guys, welcome back from our previous video where we created our database up to this point where we arrive at our phpMyAdmin. This will help us to manipulate our database easily, like do changes, put values, the data into our database, and so on. So this is really cool. Then you can also do it with command lines. The command line is really the dark part of it. I don't like things that are not attractive. The colors here are not like I really like it, man. Okay, let's take a look at the table we created. This is it. The database we created, we named it directors. Inside it we have a table for directors, we have a table for genre, we have a table for the movies, we have a table for stars. Good. So we can also still browse that here. You can see structure. When you take on structure, it shows you everything about your database. These are the various tables in my database. You see it tells me 4 tables. Now if I take SQL, it will take me to where I can go write some codes, maybe to change something about my database and so on. Export, import, we will be coming to that. For the moment, let's go back to structure. On structure, for example, I'll click on director so that you see everything about director. Then I click on the structure of the director. You see a director has 2 entries. The first entry is the ID. It's a primary key, it's an integer of length 11 characters, and then the second is a name, a varchar length for 5 characters. So you see this, let's go to commenting. Now look at this. I could change this, anything about my director table, by just clicking on change. If I click on change here, see it comes right here. So from here I could change anything. Maybe I want to change it to I don't want it to auto increment or whatsoever. So once I done, I take my save. I don't want to change anything for the moment. So if I click on any table, let's take for example movies. The movies table, you take the structure. You also see you have the ID, the title, the year, the runtime, the word, the description. So you see all of them. You can as well change them. You can as well drop any of these, and then we could also add some properties to it. Maybe we have it to be unique, add it whatsoever to our table. So this is why it's really good working with my PHP, because it's really cool. Everything is looking so great and nice. Good. Then so after seeing that, let's try to see how we can insert values into our table in our database. So look here, if we take insert, you see it will take us right here, and this is the first table, which is movies. So on the movie we have the ID. We don't need to fill the ID, it is auto increment. The title of the music, let's just put the titles like where are the yeah, I just put where I got the title of my music, the year, let's just say 2010. The runtime is 3 hours, and we also have 22 words, and then just with small description. Was so beautiful drama, I think something of that nature is okay. You don't need to emphasize on that. So we have an entry on movies. So we have put the first data, we click on go, it generates MySQL code. So we check again now. If you have to do it on MySQL, like you see here, this is the command you write: insert into movies, the table movie in the database directors. You see everything is in order, and then the values is in. So everything is okay. I click on go, and everything is there. Now let's go back to structure, and let's go to browse. So you can see we have 2 items ID 1, title we are the word year 2010, runtime 3 votes. I think we are having 2 of them. Maybe we clicked on add twice, so I'm going to delete one, just like click on that delete button. So that's why I did 2, so that you will see how to delete items from your table. So with this is gone, and I'm left with 1 item in my title, in my movie table. So I'm gonna go to directors tool, director. I'll take the structure director. I look at director structure. We see that already. And let's go to insert something in director. Director has just, so we put the name. I just take the name that I'm working in. I put another name here. I'm not putting the ID because it's open incrementing. And okay, go. See, it has taken, run the 2 commands, go and good. Go back to browse. Let's see, this is here. I think something from somewhere, and I'm doing that twice. I have to check that. So I've put it twice. I need to drop 1 and I drop again 1. I think there's some setting parameter I've done somewhere. Remember that if you do everything correctly, you're going to have just 1 data. So you see this is the table for directors. Let's open to the table for stars, and we go to insert, and let's put some toolname and there. That's it. Just take our 2 stars like that, then we go back to browse, and there inside them there we have black coal and again. That's on the tool. We go to genre, the genre of the music, we go insert, and put hot. So cool music. Where we can see we put jazz here. We can put jazz and then browse. So you can see those are our tables created, and see how we are manipulating our tables and feeding our elements. Now after all that is done, we can really import our table. That's it. Import us to bring in something. So if you want to import our database, and I'll click on my directors, and then I take export. So I export all my tables. If I want just a particular table, I'll click export that particular table, so that export just it. The format of the export should be PDF, and great. So let's go. I think with that it is exported. You can see it down here, directors. So let's open that so that you can see for yourself our database exported in PDF form. Now you can also export it as an Excel sheet. I just did this one example for us to understand how this is being done. So you can see the database really there created and so on. So wow, this is so good, guys. I hope you learned, and I'm hoping to see you in the next video. Just chill. If you have any problem, you can always get back to you. Ciao, shalom.